Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So lately I was thinking about the Nephilim, the different bloodlines, the different races of angels and higher celestial beings who have influenced the course of human history. And as such, you have positive beings, beings of a positive nature, and beings of a negative nature. But the thing about it is that we don't see a lot of evidence of these beings on the planet Earth no more. You might have, people popping up 6 fingers and 6 toes. You might have people popping up with different types of blood types like Rh negative, which indicates that you're of a different species. So these are little indicators that there's been some genetic stuff going on with humans. But the last major incident with humans and beings of a higher order actually happened 5,000 years ago. I was just thinking about the battle of Kurukshetra. The Mahabharat explains the battle of Kurukshetra. And in this battle, there was also it was a world war at the time. There was a war in Egypt at the time, 3100 BCE, approximately. There was a battle for unification of Upper and Lower Egypt, or there was a battle for the unification of the upper and lower energy in man. And they said it was a world war. So the Indians and the Africans were saying the same thing. There was a world war. But that was the last war we know of, last major conflict in which the sons of angelic beings or demigods, Orishas and Neteru, fought both against humans and alongside humans. I'll repeat that because the plane was passing over. The battle of Kurukshetra, as recorded in the book Mahabharat, is the history of Greater India. When we say Mahabharat, the Greater India was actually the whole planet Earth. That's what they called the Earth at that time, was the Greater India, Mahabharat. They called it Bharat Varsha. Okay, so what we translate as India was actually the original name for the planet Earth. One of the original names, of course, in one language, in one system. They call it Bharat Varsha. So the history of the Greater Earth was recorded, and the last time these human beings fought against these sons of demigods, what the biblical people call Nephilim. So the people in the Bible call the mixture or the hybrid sons of angelic beings or demigods or celestial beings. They call them Nephilim. And these people, like I said, were fighting right there in that battle. You could look it up in the Mahabharat and find out. And there was giants in the earth in those days. As a matter of fact, Bhima killed a giant himself. And it's funny because this giant, how they describe this giant is as living in a cave, and that he used to eat human beings, and he had a voracious appetite. And if you look in the stories of the Marines, weird things that the Marines have seen, you'll find that a lot of U.S. soldiers have encountered giants in Afghanistan. Some of them were actually killed by these giants in Kandahar province. So there was a giant called the Kandahar giant. You can find out information on YouTube. And Smithsonian Institute, by the way, covers up a lot of information of giants that lived in the earth. So when you have these giant species, it either comes from natural order, because in previous ages we have 4 ages on the planet Earth, just like you got 4 seasons. In the previous ages, if you go back, everyone is incrementally bigger. The plants, the trees, the animals, everything is, including the humans, are incrementally bigger. But besides that fact, you still have beings of a higher order who will breed with the females of Earth, and those beings will be even way bigger than the giants of the previous ages. So today I am 5'10". About 100 years from now, 200 years from now, if this human civilization persists, my descendants might not even scratch 5 feet. 100 years, 200 years from now, we're not even scratching 5 feet, okay? Why is everything degrading? Of course, we know it's the food. The food is the major factor why things are degrading. I had mentioned this before. Food, microwave, irregularity, uncleanliness, all of these things contribute to the decreasing of our bone density, the decreasing of the efficiency of how our body works and our circadian rhythm. We are killing ourselves with this major technology, with LED lights, and with this coming 5G technology and the microwaves. We're killing our own selves. So when people talk about agrarian society and the returning to earth movement, these are not tree huggers and stuff. These are not some weirdos that can't survive in human society. These are people who want to survive and want to perpetuate the human race in spite of all of the attacks, the insults, and the assaults on our genes and our minds and our soul. And with that, I just want to leave you with that thought to research the Mahabharat and the Mahabharat War, because that's the last time we had a celestial order on earth. After that, all of the kings of earth were pretty much pure human bloodlines after 3100 BCE. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.